because they lost.
Who'd they play?
They played, who was it? That New Orleans team. They're the Hornets or the Pelicans or
Bobcats.
Yeah, whatever they are now. But the Bulls did their job.
New Orleans Jazz.
They lost.
So Bulls.
81 more to go.
81 more to go. It's gonna be a
Cooper
prize.
Flag.
How did Lonzo do? Is he back or is he still knocking off the rust?
He's back. He played like a dozen minutes, hit a couple shots. He looked all right.
His main thing was his defense, wasn't it?
He's a great defensive player, great 3-point shooter. Yeah, great
got,
passer.
They got rid of Levine.
No, he's still there.
He's still there.
Yeah. He was the only guy that could hit a 3-pointer last night. So once they get rid of him, they'll be guaranteed to go 0-82.
82 and maybe win first round of playoffs. With a good season like that.
Right.
I'm expecting big things with the Baby Bulls.
Baby Bulls. Well, I guess we should get going, huh?
I guess so. I know I could talk about the Bulls all night.
And the night's over.
All right, all right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. So we got the
Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler.
Big news.
New QB of the Bears.
Our guy.
Looking forward to it.
Getting the proverbial boot on the back of the neck there.
Instead of
the man coming down on him.
Bears' greatest QB of all time.
How could you do that to someone with that beautiful of hair?
It's really makes me sad that Tennessee would do that. I mean, just because you lose the first game of the year to the Bears doesn't mean you have to take it out on
right. They clearly were singling him out.
So
for being a Bears quarterback.
It's like just because you can't beat him on the field doesn't mean you can beat him on the road.
After having Caleb run wild on him and destroy him, they were like, man, we can't get that guy, so let's go after Jay.
Yeah, let's go after Jay. Even though
he lives in Tennessee, let's get him.
And Titans, you ought to be ashamed of yourselves. You don't
I want an
that.
investigation.
I do too.
I
feel really bad about Cutler doing getting that.
I thought isn't Tennessee a big I thought it was a freedom state. 2A.
It is. It's a huge freedom state. They love freedom.
Don't tread on me.
Yeah, Tennessee, it's one of the poorest states, but it does love freedom. It's one of the most.
I thought.
Yeah. It's
apparently not.
One of the least educated states.
Wow.
One of the poorest states. One of the fattest states.
I would have thought though that a good straight white male like Jay Cutler would not have had any sort of issue.
Good American getting harassed like that, and
all for what?
All for Tennessee
having a gun.
Tennessee is supposed to be we're God's country.
I thought this was the state of whiskey and
right
and
Davy Crockett.
NASCAR, the birth of NASCAR, racing to get away from the cops with your booze.
Mm-hmm. And they're just taking that on poor old Jay.
Fucking Tennessee, I tell you.
As Titans, you couldn't beat Caleb, but maybe you beat Jay.
Titans proved just how big of losers they are by telling the Tennessee police to go after Jay.
And it really gets on my nerves. We'll get your revenge. We will beat you again, Tennessee.
2-1 for our guy Jay.
Exactly.
We're coming to bail you out, Jay. $2,000.
You would think after playing with Briggs for so long that he would have learned how to run away from that.
Yeah, if you don't learn from Lamborghini Lance, I don't know.
And didn't Tank Johnson have something long ago? Am I thinking of somebody else?
He had something. No, was his guns?
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying that because his name was Tank. I don't know.
But yeah, Jay, we're cheering for you.
We're praying for you. Thoughts and prayers to Jay Cutler.
You got intercepted this time on the road. On another drive. You have a football.
Another drive ended short.
Another drive. You didn't have Brennan Marshall to
Robbie
blame.
Gould wasn't there to bail you out with 3 points.
Had no O-line to blame this time, Jay. Ron Turner. Was Ron Turner there with?
He should blame the diabetes.
He should. I mean,
he should say he was having a diabetic episode.
I mean, that's what Bears fans would blame every now and then when he's not doing well.
It's never Jay's fault.
Never. That went on for 9 years, or how Jay came in there 2009?
Yeah.
The Bears. That doesn't matter.
He was there a while.
He was there a while.
He has all the Bears quarterback records.
All of them. They probably did it all in one year. When
you think Bears quarterback stars, that's the face that comes to mind still.
Mm-hmm. You know,
that's the face of Bears quarterback greatness.
Mm-hmm. He did all that trophy hunting. It looks like the
cops did some trophy hunting of their own.
Too.
They bagged them a bear.
They sure did. They bagged a baby bear.
Like to see them pose with him, holding him up by his hair. You know, like, hey, look what I got. Hey.
Yeah, well, Jay, you're welcome to join the team if you need some money.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have you on as a guest, and we could use an intern, actually.
Yeah.
It won't be a paid thing right off the bat. Maybe. You got to prove your worth, but...
Or maybe he can work the O-line. Since he knows it,
he could probably be good at running to the store and getting a pack of smokes.
Yeah, and we need that on this Bears team.
Need it in life.
Exactly. Speaking of the Bears, they didn't play this past week, or
no? They won. They won their bye.
They won the bye week.
They won the bye.
All right, big bye week.
You gotta show up and win the bye.
They're still undefeated.
It's gonna pay off dividends this coming week.
The Bears still,
Did you know the Bears play the Washington football team this weekend, and there are 3 Heisman-winning quarterbacks in this game?
You say Heisman, but that
3 generational
that's
quarterbacks
what I wanted to hear.
In one game? Has this ever happened in the NFL?
I don't think so.
Seriously, in NFL history, has there ever been 3 quarterbacks
I don't think
with
so
generational Heisman trophies?
Because we got Caleb. We've got Jaden Daniels. We've got
Eminem, Marcus Mariota.
We got Mariota. We got Heisman, legends here. Generational QBs, can't miss prospects. All 3 of them were
must-see TV. Get your popcorn ready.
Exactly. You got 2 from the Pac-12 and 1 from
wherever
Jaden Daniels played.
Was it the CES?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, and then you have Caleb. I mean, he was Big 12 and Pac-12, and now he's all generational.
Now he's in Big 10. So he's all generational. We got Heisman winning, generational winning QBs.
Doesn't matter which quarterback even plays for the Washington football team. It's going to be a Heisman Trophy generational quarterback either way.
Either way.
So you kind of prepare the same, whether it's going to be Jaden Daniels or Marcus Mariota, I say.
With all this generational talent here, what can we expect?
I think you got to expect Caleb to really show out and put up some passing yards. DJ Moore last year, don't forget, this was the game he put up like 1,000 yards receiving on the Commanders and like 14 touchdowns.
Oh man, that was a great game. I love that game.
He single-handedly made it Justin Fields' best game ever. He
told Fields, you have to throw it, and in fact, he took the ball from Fields and throw it to himself.
Sometimes you got to do that.
Fields can't throw at all. I've heard he's a first read QB, so that means he sees a read and then he's not a QB, or I don't know how that works, but I know he's that.
Well, hey, if on that first read, it's there, and what you read is good and true, rip it.
I'd rather Caleb, look at all of his reads and take a sack
than throw the first read.
I'm
with you. You got to see the whole field.
Like, you have to see the whole field.
If the first read is a little 4-yard dink and the third read was a 60-yard bomb, you might have just passed up a touchdown to do what?
And so what if that third read is double covered? It's very important that he sees the whole field and just says, okay, I've got all my receiving options. I will now pick who I want to throw to. I don't want to be a read first QB.
And if a defender gets in his way, he just says, hey, stop.
Mm-hmm.
Stop for a second.
And the defender will be like, hey, I will stop. I'm not going to tackle you. I want you to read the field. That's what you do. But Jaden Daniels, that's what he is. He's a read first QB. So
he's a read and shit quarterback.
So if his first read is not there, he's not gonna be a QB anymore. I guess he'll become a running back.
He'll be RB2.
Yeah, and that's just too bad. I don't want to see this generational talent falter.
If you're looking for some, again, we keep giving you the ways to wealth and freedom and
and everything.
Here's your nuggets for this game. Get ready for Austin Eckler.
Yeah.
Get ready. The Washington football team is going to use them. They're going to use them in the passing game.
Mm-hmm. You're hearing this knowledge, guys.
I'm expecting at least 3 receptions for Eckler.
It's a big career game. I don't think you can get that on this Bears defense.
I know.
I almost think you're a Washington fan.
I think you better be ready for DJ Moore to have a big game again.
Okay, that's what I'd like to hear. I'm thinking.
I know everyone's like, oh, he did it last year, and now there's other weapons. They're going to spread it. No. DJ, he talked it up, and he's about to back it up now.
I'm guessing 20 yards.
Oh, easy. At least 5.
5 yards, maybe 3 or 4 catches. I mean, it's just a juggernaut offense that the Bears have. Just their cup runneth over with weapons.
And again, DeAndre Swift. They're going to use him.
They're going to use him. He's going to get some yards. He's going to get some touches.
Whether he's effective or not, they're going to use him.
And you got Cole Cement. He had a huge game.
I don't think he's going to do much this game because he had such a big game last week.
So he's got to save it. Do you think he's going to be a good long snapper?
It's one of those things. I know his end of the year totals, and so like we've already used up so much of it to this point. We got to spread it out a little bit. These next 9 however many games we got, or what we got 11 more games.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, who watches?
We know none of they do. None of them watch.
No. Yeah.
So I know we barely watch ourselves.
But so again, if you're looking, fantasy or trying to pay off that mortgage, there it is for you.
You want Swift? He's gonna get some
Swift, DJ Moore, Austin Eckler. Key in on those guys. Austin Eckler in the passing game in particular.
So there you go, guys.
Because the football team is going to be playing catch up in the second half. There's going to be some dunks.
Shootout.
There's going to be some dunks.
You got 3 generational QBs. You got some other players. They don't matter because you got 3 generational QBs.
That's all that matters.
So it's going to be
Do you not see the promos?
Very, very
high scoring
game. They even flex this game. Just let you know that there's so much generational
just
talent.
So Caleb can flex on them.
Flex. Just offensive flex, and wow. Unbelievable.
We should probably end this, though, by shouting out our newest subscriber. Warrior Spirit.
Yeah. Warrior Spirit. He was begging
that one
for
shocked me.
Me too.
A little bit. Very little. Very little, that Warrior Spirit.
Yeah, those Warriors, he's just going to... That's how he sees the Bears. Just like how he sees the Spartans. They just like to...
Sodomizers.
Have their way with them.
They really stick it to you.
Have their way with them, grappling. And,
very Greek.
Mm-hmm. You got to have the aggressiveness and let everybody know how tough and masculine you are.
Aside from being so tough and masculine, way to really humble yourself and ask to subscribe. He didn't just click subscribe. He asked permission to subscribe.
And yes, you may,
Which shows class.
Yeah. A lot of you morons
a very lower
this,
class.
But class nonetheless.
A class that looks a little like that.
Not like, there's no lower class than Tennessee trash. And with that, morons, you're welcome. We'll see you next time.